Let's be real, we're all flooded with information. Trying to keep up can seriously feel like drinking from a fire hose. So today, we're going to dive into a really powerful method for taming all that chaos and actually turning what you learn into action. Seriously, think about it for a second. That brilliant insight you had in the shower, that amazing quote you heard on a podcast, or, that perfect solution to a work problem that just hit you on your commute. Where did it all go? So often, our best, most valuable thoughts just vanish before we ever get a chance to use them. And here's why that happens. One study estimated that we consume the equivalent of 174 newspapers worth of content every single day. That's a staggering amount, and it doesn't make us smarter. It creates what experts call a poverty of attention, which basically leaves us feeling totally overwhelmed and anxious that we're always forgetting something important.
And look, this feeling of drowning in information, it isn't just some abstract problem. For the guy who created the system we're exploring today, it was a full-blown personal crisis. Author Tiago Forte was struggling with this mysterious throat condition. He felt completely trapped, just shuttling between doctors' offices, piling up stacks and stacks of medical records, but not getting any closer to a real solution. He was literally drowning in information about his own health. And right there, that was his turning point. He realized he had to step up and become the project manager of his own condition. So he walked up to the receptionist and asked for his entire patient record, all hundreds of pages of it. He took every single page, scanned them, and turned all those physical documents into searchable digital files. And he started taking his own notes. As he organized it all in one place, something pretty incredible happened. Patterns started to emerge. All of a sudden, he could see his entire health history with this brand new clarity, turning a chaotic flood of data into actual practical solutions. And out of that very personal breakthrough, this powerful system was born. A solution that really anyone can use to manage the information in their own life. It's called a second brain. So what even is a second brain? Well, it's not about trying to remember more. In fact, it's the exact opposite. It's all about outsourcing the job of remembering to technology. Just think of it like your own personal library, a digital home for everything you want to keep, from the biggest ideas to the smallest little reminders. I mean, think about all the stuff coming at us. Books, articles, podcasts, social media, not to mention our own random thoughts. A second brain acts like a funnel, a central hub where all these valuable little pieces of information can be collected and organized together in one place.
And this is really the core concept. A second brain isn't just a digital filing cabinet. It's a tool for thinking, right? Just like a bicycle makes us way faster and more efficient at moving, this system amplifies our ability to think, to create, and to make connections that we would totally miss otherwise.
Okay, so this all sounds great, but how do you actually build one? Well, the entire process comes down to a really simple four-step method. CODE.
The 4 steps are capture, organize, distill, and express. Just think of this as the engine that makes your second brain run. So let's break each one down.
First up is capture. Now, this is not about saving everything you see. The real secret is to save only what resonates with you. Ask yourself, is this inspiring? Is it useful? Does it surprise me? You're basically training your intuition to spot the little nuggets of gold in this giant river of information. The key is to make it super easy. Use a simple notes app on your phone so you can capture a thought in seconds, right before it disappears.
Next up is organize. And listen, this is a crucial shift in thinking. Most of us organize information by topic, kind of like a librarian. But a second brain is organized for action. You save notes based on the active projects in your life, designing a presentation, planning a trip, learning a new skill. So the question isn't, what topic is this, but what project is this going to help me with? This makes your knowledge immediately useful. Third is distill. I want you to think of your notes as messages to your future self. And trust me, that future you is going to be busy and impatient, so your job is to find the essence. The first time you save a note, highlight the best parts. The next time you come back to it, bold the most crucial sentences inside those highlights. Each time, you're making your best ideas easier and faster to find, so they practically jump right off the page at you. And finally, express. Because here's the thing. Knowledge isn't meant to just be stored away, it's meant to be used and shared. This is the final step where you take all those ideas you've captured, organized, and distilled, and you use them to create something new. And hey, expressing doesn't have to be some grand masterpiece. It could be a blog post, a business plan, an art project, or even just a really well thought out email.
So, when you actually put the COD method into practice, a really fundamental shift starts to happen. You stop being just a passive consumer of information, and you start becoming an active creator.
I mean, look at the difference. On the left, you're overwhelmed, you wake up anxious, your great ideas have nowhere to land, and by the end of the day, you're just too exhausted from searching for notes to make any real progress. But on the right, that's what's possible with a second brain. Ideas are captured effortlessly, knowledge is right at your fingertips, your curiosity isn't crushed, it's actually cultivated.
This really illustrates the crucial mindset shift. You move from being an information hoarder, just saving stuff out of a fear of missing out, to becoming a knowledge gardener. You plant these little seeds of inspiration and you patiently cultivate them until they grow into something incredible. And that beautiful garden, well, it leads to the ultimate payoff of this entire system, unleashing your ideas and finally bringing your unique perspective into the world.
A really powerful technique for this is called the archipelago of ideas. Instead of staring at a terrifying blank page, you just start by gathering your relevant notes. Each note is like a small island of thought. Maybe one island is a quote about productivity, another is a statistic from an article, and a third is your own shower thought about a work project. Your job isn't to create a continent from scratch, but simply to build bridges connecting the islands you've already discovered.
The legendary author Octavia Butler lived by this idea. She meticulously collected everyday details, news clippings, and stray thoughts. She knew that creativity isn't about waiting for some lightning bolt of inspiration. It's about taking the material you've already gathered and finding the magic within it.
Ultimately, building a second brain isn't just about getting organized. It's about building the confidence that your ideas, your experiences, and your knowledge are valuable. It's a system to help you develop those ideas and share them with the world. So the only question left is, are you ready?